Why hello, and today we're going to do a mini haul video because I received a lot of books recently, both ones I have purchased for myself and ones that were gifted to me on my birthday. You may have seen some of them in my last video, which was the November Bloom and Readathon vlog, where I did read some of them for the month of November, but I'm just going to show you everything I got because I hardly ever do hauls and I thought it would be kind of interesting. I'm going to start with my birthday books, which was a mix of ones that were both gifted to me and ones that I purchased for myself with a little bit of money that I received for my birthday, and I'm just going to roll through them in pretty quick fashion so you can see what I'm adding to my shelves. The first 5 that I'm going to show you are actually all being added to the permanent collection. These are all going to be favorites that I'm going to be toting with me through my life. First up, my husband got me one of my very favorite classics in a cover that I wanted. I did get a lot of these used. I love a used book, and that's Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I love this cover. I love that the matches in the matchbox are within a book itself. Fun fact about Fahrenheit 451, I thought this was written by George Orwell. Not an English major. Probably my favorite dystopia. Like I think I actually prefer this to 1984. It follows Guy Montag, who is a fireman, but unlike the firemen of our lives who extinguish fires, his job is to set fires, specifically to burn books. And in the current world of book banning, especially across the US, I think this book is more pertinent than ever. Highly recommend reading it if you haven't read it. Wonderfully easy to read classic and has a lot of pertinent themes for our current world. And the second gift from my husband was this absolutely gorgeous edition of Braiding Sweetgrass. It's like a hardcover. It has deckled edges. I'm a deckled edges fan. You can come for me, it's okay. And it also has like a beautiful bookmark. This is probably going to be my favorite book of the year 2023, so I'm so happy to have a copy. Braiding Sweetgrass is a nonfiction written by Robin Wall Kimmerer, who's an indigenous botanist. It's a series of essays focusing on themes of the natural world, often like a plant or a place, weaving science and indigenous wisdom into it in a way that is both incredibly emotionally touching, as well as delivering sparkling little pieces of knowledge about the wonder of the world around us. I'm so pleased to add this to my favorite shelf. Next, I have 2 graphic novels that I purchased for myself. Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell, illustrated by Faith Baron Hicks, and The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill. Kay O'Neill also wrote The Tea Dragon Society, so that's also up there on my list of books I really want to read. I have the card game, so I'm familiar with the art. This follows our main character, who I believe is named Anya, who lives in a night village. She takes up the most important job in her village, which is to be a moth keeper. The moths are responsible for pollinating this wonderful tree, which gives them a pollen, which is of course magical and basically helps their village function, but is a very lonely job. It deals with themes of solitude and loneliness and yearning. It's a quiet little story that deals with heavier topics, and those are the sort of graphic novels that I really love, but it's beautiful, the art style is gorgeous, and I highly recommend. Next was Pumpkinheads. This one has been on my add to my permanent collection for a long time. If you're looking for a graphic novel that just basically embodies the spirit of the autumnal season, I cannot recommend this book more. It follows the story of 2 high school seniors named Josiah and Deja, who are best friends at the patch, but not so much in real life. Deja encourages Josiah to go talk to Fudge Shop Girl, who is a girl he's had a crush on since day 1 at the patch. So they basically skip their last day of work at the pumpkin patch as high school seniors to go chase a girl through the pumpkin patch, and it is completely delightful. A wonderful little story about friendship and just autumnal vibes. Next, I have another Brandon Sanderson, because of course I do. So this is my favorite Brandon Sanderson. I don't know why, but it just is. It's The Rhythmatist. This follows Joel, who is at a magical school that trains rhythmatists, who are essentially people who use geometry and chalk drawing to fight and defend. It's the main way they do magic. However, Joel was not chosen to be a rhythmatist, and therefore he has no magical powers. It's a bit steampunk, it's a bit mystery. There are some students who start going missing from the school, and Joel is determined to find them. He teams up with a lovely redhead down here, Melody, who is a rhythmatist but doesn't really want to be one because she isn't interested in drawing geometrical shapes perfectly. She's way more interested in drawing unicorns. Just a wonderful YA fantasy. This is currently a standalone. Sanderson has said that he's going to write a sequel to it, but it's been a better part of a decade, so I don't know if it's going to remain a standalone forever. I would not call the ending a cliffhanger, and it is a very satisfying read, so it is perfectly good to read as a standalone, and I love it, and I wish more people knew about it because no one reads this book. No one talks about it. and I think more people should. I understand it's written more for like a YA audience, but I'm a whole ass adult and I think it's delightful. Next, I actually sold a ton of books that I had sitting in a pile in a diaper box right over there from when I cleaned my bookshelves out months ago, and I finally took them to a secondhand shop, which was wonderful. I love the secondhand store, it's great. And I sold them for a bunch of store credit, and I used some of my store credit to buy some books for the holiday season. I bought 5 books. One is being added to my permanent collection. The rest are TBR books. The permanent collection book is Agatha Christie's The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, my second favorite Agatha Christie of all time, right behind Death on the Nile. It's literally killer. If you like old school like parlor mysteries and things like Clue, you'll probably enjoy this book. I do really love Agatha Christie. This is one of my favorites. Next, I bought 2 Ruth Ware books because of course I did. I love Ruth Ware. The Lion Game and In the Dark, Dark Woods. Both, I think, early books of hers. They both don't have super high reviews, but I'm determined to read everything by Ruth Ware. These are the 2 I think I haven't read. Thriller writer, even if it's trash, I enjoy the trash. TBR shelf. Next, I was able to find one of my favorite Christmas stories of all time, which is of course A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And I found it in this really tiny copy that's like hardcover, and it's illustrated as well, which I thought was sort of great. I've been looking for a copy that's smaller. I do have a physical copy of Christmas Carol in the Works of Charles Dickens bind up. However, I wanted kind of a smaller copy because it's something I can maybe read to my daughter when she's a little bit bigger, and it isn't quite such a pain to haul around as my giant book of Charles Dickens. I'm not totally set on whether or not I will keep my Charles Dickens bind up. I think I may move it to the TBR shelf and see if I can read another Dickens in the following year, and if I can't, maybe I'll just keep the Christmas Carol, because I did read A Tale of Two Cities and I really didn't enjoy it that much. It required a fair amount of Googling and Cliff Notes to get through. Whereas this is just a delightful story. It is wildly short, it's easy to read, and I mean, as a girl who grew up on A Muppets Christmas Carol, it's highly corollary to the Muppets. Lastly, I got a summer romance, which I probably am not going to read till either The Depths of Winter or The Height of Summer. The Summer Job by Lizzie Dent. Highly rated by Emily Henry, so you know, hopefully that means it's going to be good. This was completely like a cover pickup. I really haven't heard anyone talking about it, but it seemed like the sort of fun romance that I'd be into. It follows Birdie, who apparently like covers for her friend Heather, who walks out on her job as a wine sommelier in the Scottish Highlands. Birdie, I don't think, tells Heather that she's saving her ass. Also, she doesn't know anything about wine. So what could go wrong? It just seems fun, and it takes place in Scotland. This girl is sold. So these are all my books. Oh my god, am I like a real booktuber now because I have a stack of books? As I said, half of these are going on the TBR shelf, so there's no guarantee they're going to be sticking around, but half of them are being added to the permanent collection, and I'm having a great time. I hope you enjoyed this little book haul and a very near book avalanche. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking and subscribing. What books are on your holiday wish list? Leave me a comment below. Hope to see you all quite soon. Hopefully my hodgepodge schedule will become more regular again, and yeah, I'll see you soon.